Hello, everyone. You have entered the battle phase. It is I, the Midnight Bard, your favorite bard. And jingle all the way is what I do. Joining me as always is the boys. He's gonna have himself a merry little Christmas. Gamma.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's the wrong song.
And it's Christmas time in the city for Sacro.
I prefer Silver Bells.
Yes. Welcome to the Battle Phase Podcast, the podcast where me and the boys discuss all kinds of anime-related things. However, we're doing a very special thing today for the holidays. A lot of anime holiday specials kind of seem like they don't center around the holidays. So instead, what we're planning on doing, I mean, unless you're watching rom-coms, usually rom-coms have at least one Christmas episode. But so what we're doing today is we're going to be discussing each one of our favorite holiday episodes, specials, OVAs, or movies. So, with that being said, be sure to hit like, subscribe, reach out to us on our socials. We are on x.com at the Battle Phase. We're also on Twitter and Threads at the Battle Phase. Reach out to us, tell us what you would like for us to read next. And come say hello. We're terribly lonely here. Terribly.
So whenever Bard lets us out of our cage, we can only talk in this chat for a little bit, and then we're back to the cages again.
For a little bit, yeah, and then back to the cage. It is.
Yeah. It's getting cold in here.
I actually feel kind of terrible because my dog is in her crate right now because my wife is like,
Sleeping.
She's like getting a haircut or something. I forgot what she told me. And
8 o'clock at night?
Her
For you.
hairstylist is her friend.
Oh, okay.
Her
Checks out.
Her stylist is her friend. So she's getting a haircut or something. I don't know what. Getting it dyed. I don't remember. Anyway, so there's that, and I'm in here talking to you guys. So my dog, who loves to chew on walls, has to be in her crate.
Oh boy.
Because she's decided that, oh man, paint is just absolutely delicious. So she just loves to chew the paint off walls.
So before we get into this, I do have a question for you guys. What have you guys been playing lately, video game wise?
You want me to be honest or no?
Yes. Damn it. Not extra.
Be honest and go first now.
Yeah.
What do you got, Gamma? You did this to yourself.
Yeah.
I've been playing Set Sailians, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, Forgive Me Father 2, and the Butt Night demo.
What's Forgive Me Father 2? Hold on a second. They made a second one?
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
And additionally, there was a lot of there where I'm like, oh, so what about this did you not want to be honest about? These are legit titles.
Butt Night 2? I mean, Butt Night demo?
I don't know what that is.
I told you to get it.
Butt Night or Butt Knife?
Butt Night. B-U-T-T Night demo.
Oh, God.
I see it. I see why he didn't want to talk about it.
I see it. Okie dokie.
What about you, Bard? What have you been playing?
The gameplay is pretty good, though.
So, I don't know what that sent me. Anyways, yeah. Oh my! I cannot even show this on TV.
Okay then. So
it's in my search history.
What I've been playing, and nothing that I need to be weird about here. I've been playing a lot of Zenless Zone Zero. I really enjoy that game. It's gacha, which I hate because I wanted to get the character Bernice when she was out, and I just kept trying to get the S rank pull, and when I got the S rank pull, I got a different character that I already had. So I was like, this sucks. I've also been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. There's an event going on right now, so I'm like, yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. Been playing the One Piece TCG sim, which is, a fan-made, but it's really, really good. And, I've just been revisiting some old titles, Shadow Hearts Covenant. I've been revisiting Fire Emblem Three Houses, which I do at least once a year. I've been revisiting Sonic Colors, and, Honey Pop Double Date, Lollipop Chainsaw.
A lot of these are correct.
Tales of Valkyria. Yeah.
Honey
We can
Palm.
stop real quick.
Not ashamed.
Rewind.
Okay.
Rewind.
But how about you, Sakura? What are you playing?
I was playing a bunch of games, but now I'm only playing 2 because they turned out to be way longer than I thought they would be.
Hmm.
So I'm playing Silent Hill 2 Remake, which just came
Okay.
out
Yeah.
at the end
Yeah,
of
you know what? Sayu was talking
October.
about that a lot. He said that it was great.
Yeah, it's really good. It
As a matter
is
of
really
fact,
good.
Yeah, he wants us to be in a video about it. You remember?
I do remember. I don't know what I'm doing in there,
Yeah.
but I'm there. My
Yeah,
wife, who's
same.
never experienced it, is sitting on the couch watching me play it, and she's like, "Wow!" Every time something happens, and it's great. They slightly de-sexied the ghost nurses, which I'm cool with.
Yeah.
I'm not. What? Bring back the sexy ghost nurses.
Okay,
Why?
their monster nurse skirts still go all the way up their thigh where they shouldn't be, but now you can see less of their chest because they're constantly flexing forward on you. But also in the original game, they weren't
I'm still
that
not okay with
in the
that.
original game they weren't that sexified. It was the movies they were.
I know. I liked them in the movies.
Did not
But-
like the movies, but yeah, I get it.
You guys ever see like that show American Dragon Jake Long?
Yeah,
I heard of it.
Zuko's
I
in
watched
it.
though.
Yeah, you guys remember the Bradster?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so,
you.
Like, there was that one episode. Yeah, I know.
I know what episode you're talking about
There was
too.
There was an episode where like they have a kissing booth, but like the evil guy for the episode is transforming people into monsters. So he shows up with a huge wad of cash and he's like, "Pucker up, Buttercup, because here we go." And then immediately the girl turns into just like this demon, and she kind of like sticks out her tongue, and it's like alien movie tongue, where it's got another mouth and
Mhm.
stuff. And instead of like running away in terror, he just goes jackpot, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah. But yeah.
what is this?
I've also been playing Dragon Age, the new one that just came out recently, Veilguard. Dude,
Oh,
the hair physics in that game are insane.
The hair.
I don't know why
I
the hair
heard about
physics are like it's the most interesting part of the game at this point.
just hair
I
physics.
gotta ask a question
The hair
for
physics.
you.
They're cool.
So here's the question. It seems like video games are kind of going in one direction nowadays, where basically American-made video games, at least,
Mhm.
or like West-made video games, where it feels like the emphasis on hyper-realism with the set design is kind of like the thing that they're wanting to do. Me personally, I like video games that are a lot more stylized. So, like, if it looks anime, if it looks cartoony, like whenever we played Cuphead with Helix and stuff like that, love that. So, my question for you guys is, what's your take? How do you prefer your game art style?
It depends on the game. Dragon Age is way more stylized than the new one is than the gritty realism everybody wanted. It's more high fantasy than low and dark fantasy like it used to be. But I'm fine with it. The story is cool. The characters are fine so far. I'm not in love with some of the characters, but I also didn't like any of the characters in 2 or Inquisition. So, yeah. But for realistic games, obviously Silent Hill is perfect as the realistic thing goes.
Right.
It's supposed to be horror.
Right. I feel like with horror, yeah, it feels like the more realistic you get, the better a little bit,
Yeah, I didn't care for The Last of Us realism. Like, it was cool in the first game, kind of. The second one took it to the complete next level, but it just didn't really stick with me a whole lot. But it was good because it was scary.
I don't know if it's like the uncanny valley thing, but like whenever something tries to be too hyper realistic, it just kind of takes me out of it. Because it's even if it's not like the uncanny valley where it's like, oh, this looks like this gives me like a weird feeling. It's like I can tell that this was very crafted, and therefore it takes me out of the immersion.
How do you feel about Red Dead
I
2?
have an easier time being I feel like I have an easier time being immersed whenever something's hyper stylized, because it's like it's a different world. So it can look and feel like whatever. But yeah, that's just me on video games.
What about so what about Red Dead 2's realism? Because
I've never played
that's what sucks you into the story, is how realistic everything feels. Like the way the mud moves when you step on it, and like the way your animals react in ways that the internet was freaking out about. Things like that.
Not sure. Never played it.
Oh, it's really good. I watched my wife play pretty much the entire game, and then I played a little bit myself. There's some really cool ghostly parts, and like the thunderstorms are like the most beautiful thunderstorms I've seen in a video game ever. I have this weird thing where I love like weather effects in games, and it looks so good.
So speaking about weather, it's the holidays.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, I asked you guys to tell me what your favorite Christmas themed anything was, regarding media, and so I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. I don't know what you guys brought to the table because I didn't ask for you guys to tell me, so I'm just gonna say spoiler alert for whatever's coming next, and I guess let's start with one of you guys. If you got any volunteers?
Let's get this over with. Christmas
All
episode.
right, Gamma. Spoiler alert for what exactly?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for Spy Family.
Spoiler alert for Spy Family. Let's go.
Is there a Christmas episode in Spy Family?
Yeah.
The movie.
Oh, that doesn't count. It's not an episode. It's the movie.
What do you mean?
I
I
watched the entire
said-
show, and there was no Christmas episode. And then there's the movie I can't watch yet because it's not available here.
It's on
What do you
Crunchyroll.
mean? It's in Crunchyroll.
Is it now? It wasn't on
Yeah.
Crunchyroll when I looked it up a month ago when I
Yes.
finished it.
It's on Crunchyroll. Yes.
Hold on, let me look it up.
It's hilarious.
Oh no, I love Spy
It's pretty
Family.
hilarious. Yeah. So, do you want Gamma to like not spoil you on it, or do you care?
I was gonna watch it. It just came out on Crunchyroll September 5th. So I guess I literally just finished Spy Family on September whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my bad for missing it.
It happens.
Do you have any backups, Gamma?
So it's a Christmas movie,
Batman
or is it
Forever.
It's very. It's very. It's not Christmas per se, but it's very holiday themed. Like
Or
it's
maybe
Snow?
Jingle All the Way.
Forgers. Yeah, it's like there's like they don't come outright and say, "Hey, it's Christmas time," but it's Christmas time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, Gamma, go ahead. I guess Sakura, you can deafen yourself, and we can like beep you back in.
It says it's not a Christmas episode.
But it
But
is.
it is.
But it is.
I guess you want to consider it. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
There's snow.
Okay.
Snow does not equate Christmas. Have you seen Canon? I'm gonna.
There's no, but Sakura, you need to understand. Like the town where they are in, it looks like every Hallmark Christmas ever. Like
Exactly.
it does. So like look, it's not outright Christmas, but aesthetically it is Christmas, and it's weird that nobody says anything about it, right?
There's
There's a guy in it who
Christmas
looks like
food?
Santa.
there's a guy that she
Yeah.
even calls Santa, I think.
He's named Santa.
She calls him Santa or something like that.
You must have seen the sub.
Yeah,
because
I saw
in
the
the
sub.
English dub that was not a thing. So what do you say, Sakura? You want to deafen and then Gamma can tell us about it?
I'll just roll with it. It's whatever.
So
Okay.
on Jingle All the Way, it's a great movie.
Okay, so Jingle All the Way is a great movie. That's the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
So what's tell us about Jingle All the Way?
It's a classic that every kid should watch. It shows that it doesn't matter if there's a toy, if your father loves you too much, he will cosplay your character for Christmas.
So does that work for your
Okay.
kid? Have you ever cosplayed his favorite characters?
That will be Pocoyo.
Who?
I don't know what Pocoyo
Look
is,
it
but
up.
you brought him up multiple times.
Pocoyo.
I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pocoyo.
Pocoyo.
What is
if I find
that?
another butt night.
Yeah, Pocoyo.
Pocoyo. Wait, this looks familiar.
Oh,
He
Wait,
likes
is it from-
Pocoyo.
Never
It's
seen
from
this.
2005?
Mm-hmm.
it might be the case that we've never seen it, Sakura, because we're not.
I don't think I was a child
know
in
what I mean?
2005. Well, 2005 is when this came out, Bart.
Okay. In 2005, I was in high
That
school.
was 20 years ago. You
Yeah,
got
still
3
good.
seasons. Is it still around?
On YouTube.
Oh, it's a YouTube. Oh yeah, the new generation kids love YouTube.
Yeah, the new generation.
There's
Ah,
also
gosh.
Blippi, which he likes it when I talk like him. Although I dislike it a lot.
Does he watch Blue's Clues? Is that still around?
No, he doesn't watch Blue's Clues.
Oh, but
He
Blue's Clues
watches
is great.
Ryan's World from time to time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ryan's World's great. The kid's ruined, but yeah, it's great.
yeah, the kid is definitely ruined.
It's over for him.
Oh, yeah, no, that, yes, 100%. For a second there, I didn't hear what you guys were talking about, so I was like, Are we talking? When I heard the kid's ruined, I was like, "Are we talking about Caillou? Because that kid is awful."
Oh yeah,
No,
we hate
no.
Caillou in the chat.
Yeah, Caillou's the worst.
How about Arthur?
But
Arthur,
Arthur's
he
fine.
hasn't seen it
Arthur's
yet.
fine.
He
Arthur's great,
watches.
Arthur.
Um,
Arthur's good.
what's the name of that show as well? Charlie's
Angels.
Colorform City. It's on Netflix.
Does he watch Coco Melon?
From time to
Oh
time.
God, I hate Coco Melon
don't
so
like it.
much.
He watches
Like,
Trash
my
Truck though.
God. My
Who?
little niece and nephew watch Coco Melon on loop, and I hate it. I'm like, God.
Every time I go see because my brother-in-laws are both kids still,
Mhm.
and they watch, what do you call it? They watch Bluey on Rewind. Like
Oh, Bluey's
every
good,
day
though.
is Bluey, and it's cool because Bluey teaches a lot of really important lessons, and they're also
Mhm.
Australian, so that's cool.
Yeah, I heard that Bluey was pretty good. I've never seen
There's an episode with a cuck
Have
chair.
Have you seen that
I-
episode
I've
of
heard
Bluey
about the
though?
episode with the cuck chair.
Where the
Yes,
Space
that was a
Marine
huge
goes to
meme.
Bluey's world?
Wait, who?
A Space Marine goes to Bluey's
Oh,
world.
Space Marine.
okay.
I heard Listerine.
Does
A
he
Black
watch?
Templar, as a matter of fact.
Oh, interesting. Why?
No, because he's hunting down the fairies.
Oh,
I see. So, while we're talking about all these properties that would make excellent gifts for Christmas, tell us about Jingle All the Way. Tell us about the plot, about
you
the
can watch
characters.
the Spy
Tell us what
Family.
you
It's fine.
enjoyed
I'm
about-
completely ready for it now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
I could really
I'll
talk about
forget.
Jingle All the Way, though.
Oh, whatever you want to talk about, then go for it.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you spoilers. I want you to enjoy this movie.
Yeah, also,
Oh,
yeah, go watch
I
Spy
waited
Family
perfect
Code
time.
White.
I'm gonna
It
watch
is
it now.
excellent.
As soon as I get out of this call, let's go.
Yeah, so let's go for it.
Okay. Jingle All the Way. Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger. They go for the...
Sinbad was in that movie?
Sinbad was in that movie. Yeah,
What?
He was the
Bombs
mailman.
place.
Oh, he was the mailman. Why did I think that was a different movie?
Oh, God. Wow. What
Anyway,
movie were
carry
you
on.
thinking about?
I don't remember, but like I was like, no, he was in he was a mailman in a different movie. But then I was like, no, this was Jingle All the Way. I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, everybody's going for that last action... What was it? I
Action
forgot
Man.
the name of the action figure that they're looking for.
Yeah, it was like Turbo Man.
Yeah,
or something?
Turbo
I
Man.
didn't think Turbo Man's right.
You're
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So like everybody's making a mad scramble for the hot toy for the holidays, Turbo Man.
Yeah, everybody wants Turbo Man. And
Mhm.
people were vicious, like it's a Black Friday vicious. Old woman
Real.
hitting the man, hitting Arnold and Sinbad back to back. Like, get your paws away from my Turbo Man. And, well, he didn't get Turbo Man, but he gets a hint that there might be a Turbo Man somewhere. And it's between him and Sinbad just trying to get the last Turbo Man. Sinbad wants it for his kid, and so does Arnold. And, well, it goes from there. Jingle All the Way.
Just kind of like a really fun romp, like like the two racing
Oh,
for
it
the
was
last action
hilarious.
figure.
He accidentally bombs a place with the
Yeah.
mail. Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you guys?
Uh,
what was the toy that was like your Turbo Man when
Oh,
you guys
shoot.
were kids? Like, what was the one thing you wanted and couldn't get a hold of?
Oh, dude, Pokemon cards. Like I was part of like that first generation who had access to Pokemon cards. So like the base set was impossible to get. Impossible. Like you could not find it. Like the moment it hit Toys R Us shelves, it was a mad rush to get in there.
That was like just Pokemon in general, though. Like, it was so hard to get a hold of a lot of the stuff when it first came over
Yeah,
from
but the
Japan.
cards specifically though, because like when the cards first came out, I mean, it was like fucking madness. Like so. Yeah, it was like anything Pokemon. Yeah, like for sure, right? But like the cards specifically was insanity.
I remember my brother was younger. His toy was the dancing ticker, or the Tickle Me
Tickle Me
Elmo,
Elmo.
actually. He
Tickle
could
me
not get a hold of one of
Elmo.
those.
And now you can get them pretty easy now.
Well, I gotta go on eBay
Yeah.
usually to get the good ones.
For me,
Mhm.
I was actually into the Gargoyle series, but I couldn't get a hold of Goliath.
Of course, he was the leader.
Yeah, and like we need to do an episode on gargoyles. 'cause
That show
was
has
fucking
one
lit.
of the baddest quotes that even people go like, "Oh, damn, that's deep. Who said that?" And people go like, "Well, Sanatos said that."
Oh yeah, like the With a, what's his name, like Xanatos quote where he says, "Pay a man enough and he'll walk barefoot into hell."
Backwards,
I was like, son of a
barefoot
bitch.
backwards into hell.
I was like, dude, like
They
this
also-
came from a Disney show. What in the
They
world?
also have one of the earliest gun safety episodes where he accidentally shoots her while playing with his gun.
I remember.
And I'm like, dude, that traumatized me for life.
That show left a lasting impression on me specifically because of that episode. I was like, oh my gosh, is Eliza gonna die? She got shot.
There was a Captain Planet episode about crack that did the same thing.
I remember the Captain episode about crack, but like I didn't care for Captain Planet as much as I did for Gargoyle, so that episode did nothing to me. I was like, oh, did someone die because of crack? I don't care.
The modern day equivalent of, I didn't see it.
But like seriously, everyone, don't do crack. Like
yeah, don't do crack. Don't watch Captain Planet. Actually, it's just okay.
I didn't like the fact that he could be killed if you like I don't know if you turned on your car for too long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't like
Captain
carbon
Planet.
emissions.
He did not, and it was just like, oh no, I've been
Are we
hit by
talking
smog.
about the live action Captain Planet?
No.
There was a live action Captain Planet.
Did you guys know there was a live action Dragon Ball movie from 1981?
No.
No, that I
Same
thought you were
here.
talking about.
No,
Dragon Ball
there's a
Evolution.
live
I was
action
like,
Dragon Ball
sicker.
movie from 1981. Look it up. I just found it today.
Oh Lord. But before we continue on with Jingle All the Way, we're talking about Black Friday, right? Did you guys see that? This is completely unrelated. But this episode's already
We went off the rail
so
quite a while ago.
We did
We're
You're
not
gonna need
rail.
quite
to
a
cut
while
off your
ago.
dog section, though.
So did we see? Did you guys see that that Thanksgiving horror movie, Thanksgiving?
I've
I've
heard
seen
of it.
it,
I
yeah.
haven't seen it, though.
It's
That movie was so gratuitously over the top.
dude, the very
Like,
beginning part where the girl's running to the woods, like
yeah.
yeah.
I was like, dude, wow, just wow.
I mean, seeing Gamma's game
Go ahead.
collection, he could probably watch
The
it.
latest movie that I seen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
at least on a watch party, it was that stupid movie with Art the Clown.
Terrifier.
Yeah, the Terrifier 3. We watched the whole trilogy.
yeah.
I heard that was good, actually. Like, good, not in a good way, but good, like, in a, I actually kind of enjoyed that kind of
For
way.
me, it was like,
I haven't seen any of them. Like I keep getting invited to the same watch parties that Gamma does, and I just never go. And it's never because I don't want to. It's always just because, like, man, I have a stream or something
And
happening
it's
at the same
late,
time, so
too.
it's like I can't.
they usually finish around 3 or 4
Yeah, and it's
a.m.
late too, so it's like, ooh boy.
Gamma, what do you do for a living that you can stay up so late?
I am awesome. That's what I do for a living.
Hey, man, no judgments
Great
here.
answer.
I work from home.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So Jingle All the Way basically is I feel like it touches home for you because you
Exactly.
are a parent, and it's probably the case that you would go to the lengths that Arnie goes through in Jingle All the Way for the sake of your child. And ultimately I feel like you would do the thing where you would cosplay as whatever it was that he was into.
Did you set your neighbor's house on fire?
I
Or
might.
would you?
Would you set
I
your
might.
neighbor's house on fire? I remember the neighbor was
Oh
annoying.
yeah, it was
He was
that
trying to hit on all the
the
wives in the
comedian
town.
guy. I forgot what his name is.
Yeah,
He appeared
I
on
don't remember
that.
it either, but he was, yeah.
I don't
He
remember it
appears
either,
on
to
that
be honest.
series with Team Allen, I think it was.
Tim Allen? Oh,
He appears on a
are you
series.
talking
of Tim
about,
Allen.
Yeah,
Tool
he
Time?
appeared on that
Or whatever
series.
it's called?
Improvement?
Home Improvement, yeah.
Yeah, Home Improvement.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what his name is, so like you got me there.
I'm not good with actor names. Especially
Yeah.
from shows that were on when I was not even old enough to understand shows.
But ultimately, I can kind of see it. Like Jingle All the Way is one of those nostalgic movies, one of those that feels like this is definitely like I feel like me and Gamma's generation. I remember seeing trailers for this on a VHS tape.
Old
You know what I mean?
school.
Like. Like back when you used to put a movie into your VHS and it was like, oh, well, time for the trailers
Yeah.
after the FBI warning where the FBI like threatened you
I
if
like
you were going to
that.
pirate movies. So it was kind of one of those things. I remember seeing that trailer all the time. I don't remember what movie I owned that it was a trailer for it, but I remember I owned it. But yeah, so like I don't know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, trying to do the right thing. I think at the end they kind of come to like this
They did.
mutual friendship sort of place, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it's a very sweet movie, dude. Like I could see why you would like feel like this is a good holiday movie. I personally don't remember much of what happened to it. I think I saw it once, but
You don't
I
even
remember
remember
it
that
was
Simba
funny.
was in the
Like,
movie.
I didn't even remember Sinbad was in it, but like I remember that it was part of like that era where Arnold Schwarzenegger was trying to branch out from action movies and do comedy or like family movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say just that.
So, like the Kindergarten
Last
Cop
Action
and all that.
Hero.
Yeah.
So
And then he became my governor.
the
for
Last
some reason.
Action Hero. And then he became Sacro's governor. It's wonderful. I mean, it's great.
I didn't even know what he did when he was governor. Apparently, he did a lot of bad things, but I wasn't really around for that. I mean, I was.
Yeah, he had a whole second family.
He
Apparently.
did. Well, I mean, I just meant like laws.
Yeah,
he had some pretty bad laws.
Oh, like what he did while he was
because I used to make jokes about him. I'm like, yeah, he's my favorite governor, and then I'm like, looked at him, I'm like, oh, he actually kind of sucked.
On second thought, never mind.
Never mind.
I'm kind of hoping that one of the guys from Supernatural will run for governor of Texas because they both live here, and I'm like, I feel like every state
who would
have
you
an actor who's a
prefer,
governor.
Jensen Ackles or Jared Padalecki?
Jensen Ackles, because he seems like the kind who would take the harder stance against demons, and he's also on The Boys. Yes, he plays what is it, like Soldier Boy?
Yeah.
So he Superman's that hoe.
He's really big on The Boys stuff. I don't know if
Yeah, I think that they
I
even
haven't watched
pranked
The Boys
him
in forever, but
because he started working out, getting all in shape, and then he got into the suit, and they told him, you don't need to work out. We actually make the suit to make you look buff.
Nah, he needed to work out. Jared's had him beat for years.
He did. Like, Jared Padalecki had him beat for years, dude. Like, that guy was shredded. But, Jensen Ackles, it looked for a minute there like he was kind of gaining weight, so I was like, oh, yeah. So, once you get it comfortable, like in a role, you can do whatever and nobody's going to care, right? But, yeah, like his transformation into Soldier Boy was insane. I was like, wow.
So what I'm hearing, Bart, is that you and I need to become the new Jensen and Jared in an online web show we're creating called... I'm just kidding. I'm not doing any of that.
Do it!
What? Come on.
It sounds fun.
Yeah. Yes. Like, you know what? I will redesign your avatar so that you're an Oni like me. And we shall be the Oni Bros. The Bronies.
No.
Pinoi or...
Why is it that every time I bring that up,
because
nobody
even Dare says no?
I know. He was the first one I pitched it to. But like, anyway. Jingle all the way. Super excellent. Any closing thoughts on that, Brother Gamma?
Check it out on YouTube.
I feel like we barely talked about Jingle All the Way. I feel like we talked about everything else except...
See, this is supposed to be a laid-back Christmas episode, which should be in the morning with coffee, honestly. But,
right. Honestly, it should be. But, like, here we are recording just before Thanksgiving because,
if we
let's
did
just
the
get
episode
it done.
in the morning, maybe Saya would have been here, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That's true. Sacro, would you like to tell us your Christmas episode, your Christmas-themed thing that you brought? Spoilers for what?
Well, the spoilers won't matter for this one because either you guys have heard of it or you haven't. But before I do that, have you guys seen Chunibyo? Chunibyo?
No.
It's it's called Chunibyo something in Delusions. It's basically when you're in middle school and you role play as like, whatever, like you're pretending you're a thing, and then you get to high school and you shed that and become a normal person. Kind of, right? So the whole thing is middle school syndrome is what it's called.
Okay.
That's an anime that has a cool Christmas episode.
Yeah.
I wish you guys had watched it, but
that could be in
was brought up
episode,
in like Comey Can't Communicate for an episode, I think.
Yeah, there's a whole anime about it, and it's great because she's so funny and she takes on like the most edgy character, but she's just not like that at all normally. And it's a love story, so that's why him and her, and they end up they fall in love in the show and they start dating by season 2.
Nice.
And that never happens.
Oh, okay.
So they're dating in season 2. Anyways, that's not what I'm talking about.
I think the hardest that they ever went was like, I keep bringing this one up because it's just like it did so many things. But Kaguya-sama, like there was like, they went all the way, dude. Like in the manga, like if you stick with it, like fucking 15 chapters after like they become boyfriend and girlfriend, they sleep together. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And Shonen Jump, what?
Wonder if that'll make it. No, probably won't.
No.
I mean, like, it was very tastefully done. I mean, it wasn't like really explicit, right? But like, it was still surprising because you feel like that's not something that would make it into manga. You know what I mean?
We never got a kiss between Sasuke and Sakura in the entirety of the official releases.
Not even on Boruto?
I'm still not 100% convinced that Sarada is their daughter. Like, okay.
She has both their abilities, so...
I don't believe it.
She has Sharingan.
Like those two, like getting together doesn't feel right. Anyway,
They said that from the very
you were
beginning, though.
saying-
Like the first time they even interact together was when she hugs him when he's about to kill somebody because his demon form's taking over, and she calms him down. You remember that?
yes, but I mean that was like one thing.
No,
like
there's several
so many
more.
years ago.
There's also a section where he talks about how he's upset that he didn't save Sakura, that Naruto did. And he tells her he's upset that he didn't do it, that he didn't save her.
That feels like so not in character for
That's
Sasuke.
before
I'm
he
sorry.
turns and leaves.
Okay.
That's when he's talking about his grievances before he decides he doesn't want to stay in the village anymore. Because he doesn't think it's good for him because he's not growing anymore. He's already reached his limit there. And then, anyways,
yeah.
so I'm going to talk about it's a Looney Tunes Halloween or Christmas special.
Oh, Looney Tunes.
Okay.
It's Bah Hum Duck, a Looney Tunes Christmas.
Oh. Okay.
It's basically a retelling of A Christmas Carol, but with Daffy Duck as the main, like the Scrooge.
Nice.
I feel like I've seen this, but like I can't remember for sure.
It was on a lot on Cartoon Network in the morning every Christmas for like 10 years or something, and they stopped playing it altogether. My family owns it, so we watch it every year. I'll go over there, my brothers will turn it right on right as I get to their house, and so we watch it every year. But it's just really just a retelling of A Christmas Carol, but it has Bugs Bunny coming in and being annoying the entire time. It's great. And say you just joined.
Say
Wait. Is that Sayu? A Christmas surprise, very special guest, Sayu,
Hello, I still exist.
the ghost of Christmas present.
Ooh, spooky.
He's Christmas
Because
future,
his-
actually.
Christmas future.
Well, Christmas present because his presence is a gift.
Yeah,
Aw,
thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ah,
thank
there
you.
we go.
Maybe we should just talk about
Anyways.
multiple. We should just bring up all our favorites.
So Sakura, you were telling us your favorite, Baham.
Oh yeah, Bah Hum Duck. It's the Christmas Carol, but Daffy Duck's the guy. He's the rich person.
Uncle Scrooge.
It's cool because at the end he's like, "Oh, I'm doing all these things for all my people," and then he's like, "Actually, I'm gonna go bankrupt. So let's not do that anymore." And he starts pulling things away. It's a very good special. Bugs Bunny is hilarious. They make some really funny jokes about Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh wow.
Not a lot of Mexican jokes, but it's like
I was
my
gonna say, are they
family's-
racist jokes?
they're not
Sakura?
racist, but
Yes.
listen, I am Mexican. My family loves Speedy Gonzalez. That's our favorite. I have him on a
I am
blanket.
also Latino, and we love Speedy
True.
Gonzalez. Were you aware of like that movement that people were making? They're like, "Oh, we need to do something about Speedy Gonzalez because he's offensive," and then all of the Mexicans came out like, "No, the hell he isn't! Don't you touch him!"
Yeah, it was back in the,
He
they did
is
that back in the
perfect.
70s or 80s.
And I think that
Dude, they did that recently. I think it was like in the early 2000s.
think that there was gonna
They
be a
did it multiple
movie
times,
of
man.
Speedy Gonzalez that George Lopez was gonna voice.
Well,
Yes,
you know
I
what?
think that's
I'm
what
glad
it
that didn't
was.
happen, actually.
I think it was like Gabriel Iglesias had like a whole special where he like made the joke. It's like, "Don't touch Speedy Gonzalez. He's
Mhm.
perfect."
He is. He's fast, and he's a mouse.
Yeah.
We like that. That's all I
And
need.
he's Mexican, don't forget.
Yeah,
And
his
he's
his
Mexican.
three biggest things: mouse.
And he
Fast,
had like a friend
Mexican.
called like he had a friend called like Slowpoke Rodriguez.
That was his
and
cousin, Slowpoke
His cousin,
Rodriguez.
Slowpoke
I remember
Rodriguez.
him. Yeah.
I love that, like everyone always makes the joke, because like at the end of like the episode with Slowpoke Rodriguez, like Sylvester catches Slowpoke and Slowpoke pulls out a gat, like not a gat, but he pulls out his piece. And
Yeah.
everyone kind of like makes the joke, like, like Speedy Gonzalez was fast so that he could escape. Slowpoke Rodriguez never had to. I was like,
Bro,
No,
just
he was
casually,
ready.
he can just casually pull out a Glock when he needs to. It's not a problem.
do we go have a problem, Holmes? Like, this is offensive. This is so...
And for 2/4 of us, right? Is this okay? Yeah, that's fine. I don't even know. Gamma, are you Asian?
No, Gamma's Latin like us.
Okay, I
dude.
thought so. So 3/4 of us are. Yeah, okay.
All three
his
of us are
name is
Latin.
his name is Gamma. I don't know his actual name. All right.
Mhm.
It's a secret.
His name is, Gamma Rodriguez.
Ah,
Of course.
You know what? You could be right.
It could be Gamma Gonzalez. You won't know.
Gamma Gonzalez.
it could be Gonzalez.
You want to nickname me GG?
Abbreviation GG.
GG's.
GG. Okay, so you're not Mexican though,
No.
right? Okay.
Nah. I, on the other hand, am Bard Castillo de la Hoya de la Cruz Cardinal.
You killed my father.
How dare you?
My God. You got to make that reference, bro. Are you kidding?
Oh, so you know what I'm referencing?
Yeah, dude.
Uh,
I've been using that joke forever, and nobody ever knows the reference.
Oh, Lord.
Sayu knows the reference. It's great.
Wish I
This is
knew
wonderful.
so,
My day.
yeah, that's all.
My
There's
day
not really
has
much
been
more to
made.
say about this special. I also really like
Okay,
the
so-
Foster's Home special. Have you guys seen that one?
I haven't seen
Blue?
the Foster's Home
Oh.
special.
You gotta
No.
remind me of
It's
that
about-
one.
It's about
I've seen it
Mac.
before.
Yeah, it's about Mac. So Mac's struggling with the idea that Santa might not be real,
Oh.
and then
Oh.
Blue sets out to prove that he's real, and he does all these random things. He like sends Wilt. He puts Wilt inside of a reindeer cart, but not real reindeers. They're like the imaginary friends, flying creatures. They're most like Pegasus and stuff like
Mhm.
that. He's like, okay,
Right.
so if he has wingless deer or that can make it across the thing in a night, these actual winged creatures should be there in like a quarter of an hour. And then he sends them off. And then he's like, yeah, I was flying over Zimbabwe. And the next thing I know, I'm just back home again. So it's such a good episode. It's so stupid.
I love Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends because, like, see, this is a weird plot where I'm like, this should technically not even be a thing because it's like, oh, is Santa real? I was like, well, technically none of the imaginary friends are. They're imaginary, you see. And somehow they're still real. So even if Santa isn't real, he is. You know what I mean?
My biggest issue is population. Like, how do these things all get created by children and then they live forever? So, like, how are they not overwhelming the world right now?
There's an awesome
I mean,
movie,
This isn't a hot take.
awesome
I don't
anime
think- I
movie
think-
that explains that.
Mhm.
I gotta find it and I'll
It's
send it
not
your way.
related, though.
Oh, you're talking about like the one that just came out, If or whatever. Like, yeah,
Dude,
I think it's
if was
right?
actually a really good movie. Like, I don't know.
I
I
haven't
don't
seen
know
it.
if it is
really
Eve
good. I
though,
had fun
because
with
it looks like
Stars Ryan
no,
Reynolds.
no. It's anime
Okay, so it's not F.
and it's
Okay,
on
that's not
Netflix.
F. Netflix.
Oh, it's an anime on Netflix.
Yeah.
Imaginary friend. I don't know what it is.
I gotta
No,
find
Yeah,
it
that
and I'll
sounds
send it
vaguely
to your way.
familiar.
Okay,
What-
yeah.
what-
Figure
what
out
do
what
you-
it is. Send it my way.
What do you got, Bard? What's your favorite Christmas special?
Oh, we're doing me now.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay. Listen, so
I don't like how you're starting this.
my favorite Christmas special, I actually thought was a lot further into the series than it was. So imagine my surprise whenever I went back to watch it, and it's actually episode 3.
What?
I thought that this was going to be like episode 20. But no. So like I watched the episode preceding it and I watched the episode itself. And one of my favorite Christmas episodes of anything is episode 3 of Sword Art Online.
Oh, brother.
Oh goodness.
So I'm actually not a huge fan of Sword Art Online. I was at first. Like I thought it was an excellent premise. I thought it was so good. And then by the end of it, I was like, this is so weird. Why any of these choices? It doesn't make sense. But episode 3 of Sword Art Online is excellent because it hits a theme for holiday movies that I feel like a lot of holiday things don't really touch on. It's a thing that exists. But like a lot of things actually don't go here. Usually they'll try to resolve this problem before the episode is over to kind of like reach a very happy status quo, right? But this episode basically, we're in Sword Art Online. You know, this game, this massive online virtual reality game, everybody's jacked in. And then, like, the terrible thing happens. The developer says, this was a trap. I want it to be some kind of, play God, I guess. And so now all of you are trapped in here. You cannot log out. And if you die in the game, your
die
body dies in real life.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was kind of one of those things, and a lot of stuff goes down. But then eventually, the beautiful thing, what I love about like stories, is that hey, the human spirit begins to triumph. Right? Everybody who's trapped in here, we're in a shit situation. Let's start banding together and make things happen. Let's figure out how to get out of here.
The indomitable human spirit rises again.
The indomitable human spirit,
You
indeed.
can't
This
conquer
is
the
current-
gamers, bro. They're
The-
unconquerable.
Yeah, bro.
They're all out there blasting Legends Never Die from League of Legends. You know what I mean?
Or the new one that
Okay,
came out, Heavy as the
The fucking-
Crown.
Or Heavy as the Crown, yeah.
The
like,
Linkin Park song was so good.
They play freaking Imagine Dragons Enemy.
Yes.
What-
Everybody's out there blasting Enemy by Imagine Dragons or Warriors. What is
Warriors
it? Like
is the first League of Legends song they did. Yeah, the one that uses the ding noise for when the match is found happens. That sound is gone, by the way. They removed it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
That's
so new
insane.
players won't even know that it's related in any way.
Wow.
I know.
But so what ends up happening is that all of these people start to band together. The developer said beat the 100 levels and then the game is over, right? So everybody starts figuring out where the bosses are, the best tactics to beat them. They start building parties. We start coming together as a people. It is beautiful, and I was like, okay, so this show is ultimately very hopeful, right? And then we reach the power of friendship, yes. And then we reach the Christmas episode. So Kirito feels kind of disconnected from people. And the reason why is because he was a beta tester. And as a beta tester, he kind of has a bad rap amongst everybody trapped in this game because everyone just kind of be like, well, how come you guys aren't helping? How come you guys don't warn us about the things that's happening? A lot of you beta testers are kind of keeping secrets about how the game works to yourself, so that way you get an advantage over the rest of us. So he's kind of like gone solo for a while. He's at level 40. But loneliness starts to creep in, as it does around the holidays when you're on your own, and this is the theming that I was talking about. Like, hey, during the holidays, there's a huge epidemic of loneliness. So Kirito decides to kind of start tagging along with this one group. They're building a guild together. They're all friends from the same club in school. And, like for a minute there, it kind of looks like he's all like, I can find a home here with these people. I'm way stronger than all of them, but they don't have to know, we're chilling. And then one day, one of them gets the bright idea, let's go take on a dungeon. And it's on one of the higher floors, but we're at a good level. We can take it. And then they open a door that leads to a trap. The moment they rush for the treasure chest, they get ambushed by monsters that are so much stronger than any of them, except for probably Kirito, because he's the main character. And they all die. So it's now Christmas in Sword Art Online. And there's a Christmas event for a boss called like Nicholas the Mad or something. Very clearly like a Santa Claus boss. And the rumor is that this boss drops an item that allows you to revive a player. And so Kirito, having made like just this most wholesome friendship romance with a character named Sachi who died, decides, I don't care how long it takes, I'm finding this boss, I'm getting that item. And so he does. He finds the boss, he gets the item, and the moment he gets it, he reads the description. This item will revive a fallen player. You must administer it within 10 seconds.
Ooh.
So he just went through all this and finds out, well, they died like days ago, weeks, maybe. And yeah, this does nothing. This does nothing for me. And so he goes to his tavern room and he chills. And then he gets a message that was scheduled to arrive to him on Christmas from Sachi, the girl he made a friendship with. And she's basically says, Kirito, I know I'm probably dead by now. I know you're much, much stronger than all of us, but it's not your fault. I was never going to survive here anyway. So I'm going to leave you with this. And then she hums Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, just killing him all the harder. And I'm like, yeah, this is a Christmas episode unlike anything I've ever seen before.
It's the most depressive.
So, yeah.
It's the most depressive Christmas episode I've
So,
ever heard in my life.
We went from joyful to straight up depressive.
No, we went. I thought it was supposed to be holiday cheer, not holiday depression. Okay, this is.
Oh, you were not here
they're
earlier.
hand
though.
in hand.
You can have both.
You can have both.
I mean, the military was full of both.
You have a blue Christmas.
Blue
That's a Christmas Carol.
Wow.
Secondly, I mean, also the Supernatural Christmas special. Like with that one was actually pretty great. Did you
Buffy
guys
also had one
see
that was
that?
pretty sad.
Yeah, well, no, they also had one that was very sad, but I'm talking about the one where they had like the pagan gods that like the whole thing, if you paid tribute to them, was mild weather. So it's Christmas, and like the weather's really mild, and so like they're killing people obviously, but like the thing is they're disguised as your typical all American couple, like older couple, and they don't curse, they just like, oh well, gosh darn it, and you know what I say when I want to say the F word, I say fudge, like just
Yeah, that's a
like
great episode.
yeah, it was fantastic, and I love whenever they think that it's the guy who plays Santa at the local village is the demon or whatever, and so they like break into his house when they think that he's killing someone, but he's just like watching TV, and he's like in his underwear drinking a beer, and he's like, "What are you guys doing here?" And they're just like, "Silent night." They just start singing like carolers who broke into his house.
Into
And
his
the guy's just
trailer.
like, yeah,
He was watching
into his trailer.
He was watching Christmas porn.
Oh my word!
I remember now. It's all coming back to me. Okay,
Yeah,
so connected to your episode you're talking about though, for
the two. Okay.
for Sword Art. Did you see the abridged version of that episode?
Oh,
The
great.
abridged version was so good.
So much better.
Like I often say that Sword Art Online abridged fixed Sword Art Online.
It did. It made Kirito an actual character.
It did, because like we were talking about like Chihiro earlier and how he's just kind of like a blank slate of a character. I feel like Kirito is so much worse, but like Sword Art Online abridged made him a character, and I loved every second of it.
What if we reviewed Sword Art Online abridged?
Great
Season one's only
idea.
12 episodes.
Great idea for next episode.
I'm in.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
fucking
okay.
do
I'll
it.
rewatch it. I'm good. I'll do it now.
I'll
I'm
rewatch
gonna
it. We
binge
will do that.
I gotta binge it now.
We will binge it, and I don't know. You guys want to like, if you guys want to talk about it like next Saturday, I'm all for it. But like, because I feel like since we're coming up on the end of the year, we're probably gonna need to like make quick and easy content as opposed to like what we normally do, where we sit and like read something, because we're probably not gonna have any time with the holidays.
Holidays, yes.
Yeah. So that said, Sayu, you're up, my man. What you got?
Okay, so if you ask me, I got a lot of holiday specials that mattered a lot in my.
Hit us with several.
I guess one of them. Okay, you guys must have seen this, right? The Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Like,
I have
Believe
not.
it or not, no.
you haven't, dude? It's so good.
I certainly have not.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good that I realized that Kevin Bacon is real when I watched that episode. I never knew Kevin Bacon existed.
What? Hold on.
Well, hold on.
You thought he
Like
was a
Kevin
not
Bacon,
real
the
person?
actor?
No, it was obviously I'm kidding, but
Yeah.
Oh.
because
Kevin
I never seen Kevin Bacon stuff for a long time, because I mean obviously he hasn't acted a lot in recent years, but I was like, okay, you guys keep talking about Kevin Bacon, where the hell is he? I don't see him often. And then bro shows up in the episode out of nowhere as himself, and it's just very funny, like the whole the Guardians kidnapping, not even the Guardians, it's just Drax and Mantis kidnapping Kevin Bacon. It was very funny.
Of course, it's Drax and Mantis, though. Like,
Of
that
course
makes
it
more
is.
It's
sense.
Drax and
Yeah,
Mantis.
it's very funny.
Also, I want to say that Kevin Bacon is 50% of what I like to call the pork actors in Hollywood, because we got Kevin Bacon and John Hamm.
I've never seen anything with John Hamm.
Wow.
You never seen Mad Men?
Nope.
Nope. Me
Okay.
neither, actually.
Is that the only one you're going to bring up? He's been in a lot of things.
He's been in a lot of things. That's the only thing I know him from. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't.
anyway, carry on, Sayu.
Yeah, the whole Drax and Mantis kidnapping Kevin Bacon to make fucking Quill happy. It's very funny. Like the whole thing was hilarious of an episode. I didn't feel the time go by at all. Like it was very enjoyable. What else?
So, something to say about Guardians of the Galaxy. I love how it's filled with so much it's referential humor to like celebrities, and somehow
movies.
that celebrity always shows up. Because like we Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where he kept talking about David Hasselhoff, and then like Ego turns into David Hasselhoff. I was like, this is perfect. Like this is. This is everything I ever
They
wanted.
also referenced Kevin Bacon, I think, in Infinity War.
Yeah.
And
Mary Poppins. Where's she at?
is Mary Poppins canon to the MCU?
It is now.
It is now. I was gonna say like Mary
Guardians
Poppins
2.
died in Guardians 2. She had like a whole burial in space.
Exactly.
The Ravagers all attended.
Unlucky. Maybe next time.
Poor Mary Poppins, bro.
Poor Mary Poppins. Didn't Mary Poppins also get played by Haley Atwell?
I think so. Yeah. Was that in the
so,
remake or something? I don't remember. A sequel?
Yeah, in the remake.
There's a remake?
Which means that she technically couldn't show up in the MCU because everyone would be like, Agent Carter?
Oh, right. Now I get the reference. I forgot they did remake it. My bad.
Yeah, it was like...
I'm not a movie watcher.
Yeah, I think it was a remake, right?
It was a remake.
Yeah.
Or a continuation. I'm not sure.
I think I feel like it might be a sequel. Not sure.
Where do you guys fall on the Polar Express as a Christmas film?
Dude, Polar Express is questionable. I enjoyed it, but sometimes I'm like, okay, what is going on?
As a movie, it's fine. But you remember earlier when we were talking about trying too hard to be hyper realistic with CGI? Yeah. That's exactly where I'm like, this takes me out of it because I can tell someone made this.
I can tell everything's made by someone.
Yeah.
That's pretty much any movie out there.
My biggest... so I like the music, though.
But, okay, well, the
main theme of that is so good, though. The do-do-do-do-do. I don't know how to sing it. I'm not going to sing it here on
the
stream.
best part. The best part
Next
of the best part of the Polar Express isn't even the theme song. It's the scene where they fucking drift the train. How?
That was pretty cool.
I remember that every time someone brings up Polar Express, I was like, I remember the train drifted.
The one edit with the initial D music behind, like, when they're drifting the train. It's just, oh my god, I cannot forget that scene. I feel like
they're just going
even if the movie's not that good,
fire.
Even if the movie's not that good, that one scene I think is the most memorable out of the entire movie. Like, you can't argue against that one. Come on.
Yeah.
What about have you guys seen the Madagascar Christmas special?
No. Is there a Christmas special for Madagascar? What?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's hard to find. I tried to watch it today. There's like one scene where the reindeer show up and they're fighting against the penguins because one comes from the South Pole, one comes from the North Pole, right? That's the whole thing. They're like, we're polar opposites. You know, they're making a lot of pole jokes, and then like the what's his name, Private, and one of the reindeer girls are like in love. Like, no, we decided not to fight anymore. We're gonna become bipolar.
What is
it? That's like the 8th MS team, like the Gundam thing, like where like they were both on separate ends of the war, but they didn't know, or they were like in love. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the bipolar joke is literally all I need to hear, and I'm good. I'm done. That's it. Just that one joke. Once a year.
It's wonderful.
Dude, Madagascar has a lot of funny jokes, like, or very based on wordplay.
There's in the second one, there's a scene where the monkeys are fighting for workers' rights with the penguins.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want maternity leave. Maternity leave. And he looks under the table. You're all males. That kills me every time.
Oh, it's great.
A lot of good jokes.
For sure.
You know, we should have done this episode for Halloween.
We should have. But the thing is, I didn't think about that at the time. A lot of the times, I'm limited by the stuff that I can think of on the moment.
Understandable.
We need a new idea, guy. Ours is broken.
He doesn't have warranty. We can't replace him.
No warranty. We don't replace. We just buy a new.
Because I was about to say, I was like, hey, I'm past the 90 days. You're stuck with me.
Well, technically, you could treat him like an old TV. You smack it around a little bit, and it just starts working.
Just put a new one on top of the old one.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, how wonderful. Like, you guys would, like, which, honestly, like, wait, hold on. This actually brings something. We're talking about, holiday movies, right? When you said put a new TV on top of the old one, this immediately brought to mind, like, the Adam Sandler, like, 8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier with my wife.
Yeah.
She's like, that's how I found out Adam Sandler sucks at acting.
Ah!
Like that's
you
your first
think
Adam Sandler movie.
you,
That was
you
her first
think
one, yeah.
Like, well, me personally, I'm all about like the bomb beady bomb song. That every time I have to get up and do the dance too. I'm like, let's go.
dude,
But
Adam
yeah,
Sandler
no.
Adam Sandler plays himself in every movie, and that is not a compliment.
I like him better on Little Nicky.
I like
That
you in
his
Hotel
new stuff.
Transylvania.
Hotel
Hotel
Transylvania.
Transylvania
Yeah.
is the only time I think Adam Sandler actually put effort into his role.
What about like Uncut Gems?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, maybe Uncut Gems. I'll give you that one. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Now, me personally, like one of my recent favorite Adam Sandler movies, and this is like I missed it in theaters, didn't care to watch it, but it's on Netflix now, so I watched it because I was bored one day. Pixels.
Pixels?
Pixels?
Pixels. Pixels.
You're coming at me with pixels?
I am.
Get out of here.
Nah. Happy Gilmore was way better.
I didn't like Happy Gilmore.
What the hell was happening in Pixels half the time? I didn't even understand anything.
The
Yeah,
guy,
it's like,
the Pac-Man guy got his hand bit by his
I
child.
know.
Hey, what's honey?
That was it. That's the
That
only
was
funny
funny.
scene.
Bro.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage is just extremely over the top, which is funny because like I don't know
loved it.
why, but I like Peter Dinklage in comedy roles.
I loved it when Peter Dinklage was your cliched womanizer in every action movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I like how he somehow
I
cheats
do.
at the car game. Like there's a way you can cheat at
Yeah,
that.
how do you cheat in Pac-Man? I don't understand.
He did.
no,
the actual
it
person
was
did. Yeah,
codes. He
Yep.
was like putting codes or something. Yeah.
the guy who actually did. Yeah, it's based off a real person who cheated.
Really?
Mhm.
I never knew you
Yep.
could cheat
Yeah.
in Pac-Man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
He
but the
cheated
thing
so
is,
bad.
how did he cheat with the cars later when they were reenacting Pac-Man and he still did it? And I'm like, how did you do that in real life?
Yeah, how do you
Uh,
translate that into your car? I don't think there's a freaking buttons on the car. to do that.
It's just the Konami code, like front, back, like side,
Left,
side.
right, left,
Accelerate,
down.
accelerate,
Yeah,
accelerate,
start.
brake, brake.
Yeah,
That's just how I drive normally.
exactly
man.
right.
What do you mean?
It's just the Konami code.
Steer
Like,
left, steer left,
while you're
steer right,
driving.
steer right.
To be honest, I like the idea. I just hated the execution.
I
mean-
love seeing Josh Gad act as a in a live action thing because
Stereotypical
in my
nerd.
head he's just Olaf from Frozen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Dude.
like
Gets the hot girl at the
seeing
end,
him. Yeah, he gets the hot girl at the end.
I don't know how that worked out.
But and all of their babies were Cubert, which I don't know how that works either.
That was very interesting because I really didn't need to know that. So he
Messy
smashed
movie.
Qbert. Okay,
Yeah, he
cool.
smashed Hubert.
When
very-
Kubert became a woman, he smashed Kubert. Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
I was like, Hubert was our pet the entire movie, dude.
So it's so weird.
Like think about how much better it could have been if it was like Castlevania and like cool like Super Nintendo games coming to the real world. You have to fight Dracula and stuff.
Dude, that would have.
Well, listen, Sacro, it sounds to me like you just have to write a script for Pixels 2.
I'm not calling it Pixels 2.
Do not call
But I
it
like it.
Pixels
The
2.
pixelating.
Blocks.
I'm calling it the 2D side scroller movie.
Wow.
That's a little bit of a mouthful, yeah, but like you know what, it could work.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't-
that'll work.
It reminds me of a Minecraft movie. I don't think I should be reminded of it.
Oh god, I
Is
saw the trailer. I
Minecraft-
was like, oh, Jack Black as Steve.
I am
God.
Steve.
Yeah,
I mean, the Mario movie was good. I don't think this one's going to be good though.
the Mario movie was fun.
Yeah, I love
I
Sonic
But the
Sonic
Mario
3
movie
soon,
was
though.
all CG though.
Isn't Sonic 3
Yeah.
going to be a holiday movie?
I hope so.
Well, we're talking about it in the holiday episode, so now it is.
It better be now. It
Better
comes out in
be.
like 10, 15 days. Wait, is it December or November 25th?
Is it December? Like,
Or is it December?
Yeah, so
it's in the
Christmas
holiday
What?
season.
Okay, you know what? Since we're like so far off the rails now, let me just ask this question. So for a long time, me and my family, it was a tradition that on the day after Christmas, we would go to the theater to watch a movie.
Mhm.
What are your guys' favorite movies to watch? On Christmas or like in the Christmas season?
Elf.
Didn't we just talk about that?
We just talked about
No, we
that.
talked about our favorites.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
like-
What's your favorite to watch though?
Like no, so like so for example, like which ones have you seen like around the holiday season that like strike a memory? So like for me, for example, I remember very clearly that one Christmas while I was still dating my wife before we got married, we went to watch The Hobbit. So like for us that was a Christmas movie, right?
Oh, you
and
mean
we-
non-Christmas movies that you can associate with the holiday?
Yeah. So like you
Oh,
just
okay.
like it's a movie that you watch in the holidays.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Okay.
The first one, not the second one.
Deadpool.
Right.
Which one?
The first one.
It's the perfect Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's very Christmassy.
The first one
If I
is
recall
beautiful
correctly, Vanessa
Christmas.
wears a Christmas sweater in one of the scenes.
Yes,
She also wears nothing in a few of the scenes.
I like that. Marina Baccarin is very attractive, and I am not going to complain.
I don't care, bro. It's Morena Baccarin. We don't complain.
Yeah, we don't complain. It's Marina Baccarin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. She could wear a mascot outfit for all I care. She's still cute.
She's still pretty.
Yeah.
W Ryan's, bro.
Huh?
No, I said W Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, of course.
He's married to
Well,
Blake
Ryan
Lively.
Reynolds is also married to Blake Lively, who is also cute. But
I'm
He
talking
also
about
played
Ryan.
Lady Deadpool.
I'm talking about Ryan with Wade Wilson. I'm not talking about Ryan Reynolds. I know that he's married to Blake
Oh.
Lively.
He's talking about Wade Wilson?
That said,
Yeah,
I didn't like Blake Lively in Green Lantern. Is that a hot take?
Not really.
Well, my
You
hot
know what?
take is I actually liked
Let me
Green
take that
Lantern.
back. I didn't like Green Lantern at all.
My
That's not a
hot
hot
take is
take,
I actually liked it.
Did you?
I thought
Why?
it, because I thought it was dumb, but I like dumb superhero movies.
The thing with Green
Fair.
Lantern is like, if
Did
you
you
look
like
at
Batman and Robin?
Yes,
yeah,
up until a
Okay.
point.
the ice puns were kind of unbearable, but
They
I
were
love
they were
the ice
great.
puns.
What do you mean?
Isaac.
They really- Yeah.
back to the ice
All right,
age.
everyone, chill.
All right, everyone, chill.
There we go. The
Oh,
Arnold
what was the other
episode.
one?
Let's
This
go.
is
Hey
the Arnold
everyone,
episode.
cool party. Yeah, because Gavin started with Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, he did.
This is the Arnold Schwarzenegger episode now.
It's not even a holiday episode anymore. It's just Arnold.
Yeah,
Favorite.
this is just the Arnie episode.
Favorite Arnie holiday movie.
Not even holiday movie, but like, you know what? Terminator. Let's go.
Come on,
Arnie.
Which one?
Judgment
Oh,
Day.
two?
It's gotta be
Two.
Judgment Day. Yep. Yeah.
Two, yeah.
It's got to be two. It's the good one.
It's the only good
It's the
one.
good one. What? No,
It's the
one
good
and two
one.
are both good.
Okay, fair enough. One,
I see, here's-
I'll give you. But if you said Dark Fate, I would be like, are you
But then
insane?
again, I'm
Confession time.
liking the Terminator anime too.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
I
it.
haven't seen it yet. Apparently, it's really good.
Oh, it's
I
pretty
heard
good.
it's good. And supposedly, like the Tomb Raider anime too is apparently very good.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Netflix knocking it out of the park, being like, "We could do this anime thing. Watch."
They have been
but-
putting out some pretty good
Cyberpunk.
anime.
Yeah, they rolled out
So-
Cyberpunk, Terminator, and Tomb Raider. Now Devil May Cry is coming.
Also, Arcane
Yeah,
is
definitely.
like setting record numbers around the
Yeah.
world.
Arcane, in my opinion, is anime. Like
It is.
just in my opinion. And as a matter of fact, this was an episode that I was going to ask for you guys to like bring something. It's like, hey, what Western property do you consider? Do you either consider anime or think it could make an easy transition into it?
Invincible.
Invincible is a
Yeah.
good one.
Yep.
I would 100% go for Invincible.
Invincible would go hard on anime format. Like,
Yeah, I
Gravity
would say
Falls.
that Avatar: The Last Airbender for sure.
Gravity Falls needs an anime adaptation right now.
Gravity Falls anime adaptation, I would be all for it. And Mabel needs a magical girl transformation.
She does, yeah. And it's just a sweater.
Yeah.
It's just a new sweater.
It's just a different sweater.
Yeah.
crazy.
We still need to do a Gravity Falls episode.
Yeah.
Dude, the
And
boys.
speaking of,
Haven't seen
Gamma,
The Boys.
Sayu, what do you guys think? What's a good one that well, actually Sayu started us off. So Gamma, what do you think?
I'm still thinking, but you could go ahead.
Bluey.
Louis.
Oh my Bluey anime, bro.
What do you mean? We're talking about Bluey right now. Blue's Clues.
Western.
I mean, Australia's pretty Western, right? It's not in the West.
It's not in the West. I think that's Oceania.
It's
Yeah,
it's
Oceania.
Oceania.
I mean,
So here's one. Let's see. Regular show had several anime inspired episodes.
Oh my goodness.
my God.
So did
It
the world
did.
of Gumball. Part
Yeah.
1.
And so did the world of Gumball.
And it was amazing.
It's one of my favorite jokes in Gumball that we're just gonna switch animation styles, and it's fine.
At one point, the entire like animation world was collapsing. At one point, they were like getting reduced to like simple line drawings and stuff. It was very funny. Like,
This has been a joke in a lot of different cartoons too. Like, so for example, Gumball has done it. Chowder did it
yeah, with the
Shout
voice
out.
actors.
Yeah.
with the
Sitting in a
voice
boat.
actors. Yeah, so that one and SpongeBob did it,
Oh yeah,
and
SpongeBob did
my
that.
favorite, Sonic Boom did it.
Sonic.
Wait,
Dude, we need a
Sonic Boom
Sonic
did
Boom
it?
episode.
Sonic Boom did it. There was one where they're like, "Oh, we need to like." I forget what it was. It was like an Inception thing. Like we need to go further out, and then one of them, it's just like the actor for Sonic is just taking out the trash.
Oh
and it's got, like,
yeah,
a
I
Sonic
remember
costume.
that. And Roger was taking
I
out
was
the
like,
trash.
"Whoa, too far out."
Dude, it was very. That was very
Dude, Sonic Boom was great. It was like peak Sonic.
I like
Like-
the feminism joke with
funny.
Knuckles.
The Knuckles one.
Oh, the feminism joke.
That's pretty good. Oh, my favorite one's actually where he pulls the note out from her, puts on his reading glasses, looks at it, and goes, "Oh yeah, I can't
I
read."
can't read. There's a
Sonic Boom
one.
should be definitely something we do.
Yeah, there was one
There's like,
where
Uh-huh.
like I think Tails and Sonic were like communicating, and Sonic was like, "Oh, I need help with this," and Tails was like, "Roger," and Knuckles was like, "Who's Roger? He's talking to me."
He's talking about me. Yeah.
because Roger Craig Smith.
So Roger Craig Smith popped across the screen and he changed his voice to his regular voice rather than
like-
using the Sonic voice.
He's like,
It was
talking,
great.
he's talking to me.
He's talking about me.
No, but
and they go,
I love that one, and also like the one joke where Sonic's all like, "All right, let me bring you into the Sonic School of Romancing the Ladies," and Knuckles is all like, "That's a great school. That's where I learned air conditioning and heating repair." I was like,
a community
damn it.
reference?
There was
I was
also
like,
one.
what the?
There was also one.
I forgot about that.
There was also one with Sonic not knowing how to swing. So it's like, oh, they put me in the swimming classes with kids, and no one wants to sit in swimming classes with 5-year-olds. They can be so cruel when they sense weakness.
Yeah,
And
and Knuckles says,
Knuckles
"You
like,
gotta,
you gotta
punch
find the
them."
biggest
Yeah.
You gotta beat up. That's why you gotta beat up the biggest one in the bunch. And Amy was like, Knuckles, that's prison. Only if you let it be.
Yeah. I love Sonic Boom. The writers were on it for that. Every character was
Dude.
perfect.
The writers fucking
character.
locked in for the show. Like, it was so, there's
Oh yeah,
so
I'm
many
changing my
good.
answer now though. Danny
Okay.
Phantom needs an anime.
Oh yeah,
I
Danny
agree.
Phantom would be a good
Danny
one.
Phantom would go
Yeah.
hard. Again, I
Hear
see.
me out.
Okay.
Okay.
Star Wars.
Okay.
No,
Star
Is
Wars
that
could
it?
very easily be an anime. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I've seen
that
art
would-
of the Naruto characters as Jedi's, and it's been on my
Wasn't-
phone for like 10 years.
Wasn't there a Star Wars anime already? Like some like Star Wars Visions or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. If there is, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Star Wars is a
I know that
concept
there was
school. I
a
just don't care about a lot of the stuff in it.
Star Wars
Same.
Visions, I think, was like an anime-ish kind of adaptation.
Clone Wars was really
This-
cool.
Clone Wars was supposedly really cool. I started watching it, and from what I saw, it was good. But like, I didn't stick with it.
Oh, after season 1,
that-
it becomes infinitely better.
Oh, does it? Okay,
Yeah,
well, that might
literally,
explain a lot.
they switched entirely. It's like almost goes from like, oh yeah, it's a pretty interesting show to, oh my, this is better than the actual movies.
Well, about the movies, I personally not a huge fan of the Star Wars movies.
Oh.
Which it sucks because like all of my in-laws are like they are diehard Star Wars fans, but I'm like, it's okay, like.
Oh,
yeah,
you
the
tricked, like,
original trilogy was not that bad. It's the I forget
The
the name.
prequel.
The new ones that are trash. The originals were pretty good. I actually enjoyed it.
I think they're pretty decent. The original and the prequels. The new ones, I kind of like didn't care that much for, but even then, I can still see the value in them. I just didn't care enough to watch them all the way through a second time.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't
Anime
need to
thing.
rehash stuff.
Batman.
But yeah,
but it's already
Batman.
been done, I think.
Batman.
Batman had an anime
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
It
I
did.
think Batman Ninja.
Yeah, or Samurai or whatever.
Batman Ninja.
Yeah, it was Batman
and, like,
Ninja, yeah.
And now we have like the Suicide Squad isekai.
Dude, Suicide Squad
No.
Isekai.
Oh, yeah.
I actually, it was pretty enjoyable. I actually liked it.
Oh, was it? Okay, I don't know. I didn't like. I liked the design for Harley Quinn. I was like, okay, that looks really good.
was
But
pretty good.
then I didn't watch a single thing. Here's
think-
one. Ruby.
Isn't Ruby already an anime?
I thought it was an
Well,
anime already.
Is it? I mean, like it's anime inspired for sure.
It
The
looks
first
Really?
season
anime.
has cheapy stuff.
It does.
Isn't Ruby 3D animation?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
Does that count as anime?
It started off as a YouTube series, but
Is
then
it
it
made
got
in
like
Blender?
really popular. I don't remember what it
Yes.
was made
I
in.
think so. Would that count as
Yeah.
anime?
Yeah, sure.
Because
I would
the
say
guy
so.
that
Like,
works
One
on
drop to
Ruby,
anime.
he sells a program that you can make the Ruby characters on Blender.
Oh.
Neato. Okay.
And you can put
There's
it
no
together as
creator?
well.
The original creator did that. Monty Oum.
No,
Monty Oum?
Monty F is
Was it
somebody
Oum?
else.
It's yeah.
Goo Engine. Goo Engine.
Goo
You can look
engine.
it up.
Oh, the engine they used for it. Oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
I'm not a huge
Yeah,
fan of
I
Ruby
heard-
anymore. So
You're
I
not?
heard, like here's the thing. I keep
I dropped
holding
it.
on to Ruby because I really, really wanted to conclude well. And it sucks that Rooster Teeth went through what they did because I'm like, okay, look, I need everyone to log in and like finish Ruby because it was good. And I really would hate for it to like just end with no conclusion. That would drive me up a wall because it was really building up to something solid. I was like, yes, let's go.
I had a
Yup.
good time with Ruby. It was pretty cool. Although that one
Yeah, Ruby's
episode
pretty-
where they crossed over with DC was very interesting.
That is something that they do. DC's just doing everything because I mean, like, look, so Batman, like Ninja, like Suicide Squad, Isekai, Justice League with Ruby, it's insane.
Yeah, they
DC's
brought
being
in
for sale right now.
they brought in Batman and Wonder Woman for Ruby, and I'm like, okay, this is very interesting because kind of I didn't like the way they translated Batman into Ruby because he looks so like whiny and helpless because that's not who Bruce Wayne / Batman is. He's like, oh, I hurt my knee. But in Batman, if it was like actually Batman, he'd be like, I'll just walk this off.
Exactly.
Yep.
let me get the bat to raid and just heal somehow.
He immediately just it doesn't even matter. He just wakes up. He just gets up, even if he like hurt himself. It's not a problem. But this
It's
Batman
a
was like,
thing with. Yeah, it's a thing with Batman, dude. Like in Justice League, every time that everyone else was failing, Batman was the one pulling the team on his back. You know what I mean?
yeah, and then
like,
to see
it-
that
Even
character,
with that broken back.
yeah, and then to see that character in here like whining like a bitch was very, very interesting.
Yeah,
What a choice.
it was a choice that they made.
It wasn't a good
Do
one.
I agree with it?
It wasn't a good
I
one,
don't
but it's a
know.
choice certainly.
It's a choice you guys could make. I don't know, but like then again, I don't know how much faith I have in DC, like just controlling their own properties because they keep trying to do things and just doing them completely ass backwards. So like Man of Steel should not have been as gritty as it was, and like Batman versus Superman. Good golly, I'm like I could write a thesis on where they went wrong.
Go for it.
How do you guys feel about multiverses?
It depends.
I'm cool with it.
I'm
I
fine.
actually am writing a multiverse story.
Same.
So
No.
very
I
happy.
meant multiverses, the game,
The
not
game?
actual multiverses. Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
like that
haven't played
Shaggy
it.
can fight Batman.
that is fun. Yeah,
I
they also
like how
just added Raven.
I like how Shaggy.
Ah.
I
So I
like
guess
how
who's re-downloading
Shaggy.
it right now.
I like how Shaggy
Look,
just
here's the
goes
thing that
Super
I have-
Saiyan.
Yeah, Ultra Instinct
Oh,
Shaggy.
Instinct Shaggy, yeah.
They embrace the
I like Teen Titans, and Raven was one of my favorite characters up until like all of the R34 artists stopped,
Oh,
just
God.
like could not stop pumping out Raven artwork, and I'm like, hey, look, Starfire's right there.
And then they went to Star.
But Raven,
But Raven.
though,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Raven.
I get it.
Raven got the legs.
Raven's got it all. What do you mean?
I mean, Starfire.
think-
I mean, Starfire's got it too. Come on, man. Like, it's.
I like
Why
Blackfire more.
Starfire when you could go with Blackfire though?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
See, like,
Gamma and I are on the same
Blackfire-
wavelength right now.
Blackfire exists.
I-
I keep forgetting that.
look, here's the thing. Look, I knew that I had a taste for toxic women when I thought Azula was great in Avatar,
She
but
is.
somehow I always picked like Starfire over Blackfire, despite the fact that Blackfire and Azula are kind of like the same character, and Starfire is more in line with Ty Lee.
It's because you secretly want a woman who will do right by you, but you outwardly express that you want someone toxic for you.
What's Sacro
This is
said?
all gonna get cut out of the episode.
Is it?
'cause I
No,
don't-
we're keeping that. That's a great line.
How dare you cut anything like
If
this, bro?
that's cut out, I am leaving a strongly worded comment with HR.
Sacro's gonna call you out on Twitter.com.
Hey, fans.
No,
You
I
know
don't
that
understand how
episode
every
back
time that
then when we talk about
Uh-huh.
Bart's favorite tasting woman? It keeps
No,
coming up.
it's exactly what I
Remember
was going to
that.
say. How is it that all of these episodes where we discuss multiple things always ultimately comes back to my taste in women?
It's a
What's
very
she saying?
interesting
It's a very
topic.
interesting topic. Yeah, exactly.
We can
Oh, this
discuss
is
multiple
wild.
things.
Oh my
We've got
God.
a
You know what's-
topic about Christmas episode, so how do you want to end
we
the
did, we did.
Christmas
So,
episode?
hey, this is our gift to you, dear listener. Like, this was just us talking.
This is
Uh,
what
leave a
just
like
happens.
for
us
Blackfire, leave a comment for Starfire.
Subscribe for
There you go.
Raven.
Subscribe for Raven.
I was going to say do all three for Raven.
And if
Evidently, Raven's the one everyone likes. So, I
and if
mean-
you're extra toxica, leave a message for Bart.
Oh God! If you're extra toxic, leave a message for Bart. You know what's funny is we had a conversation, whenever like on the last commercial set that I was on, where we're just sitting in the green room, right? We're just waiting for for our turn to be on camera, and we get into a conversation, and this one girl was just going on about her toxic ex and how he was manipulative, this and that, blah blah blah, and she's all like, "How about you? You ever had?" And she opens to the room like, "You guys ever have any like toxic exes, this and that?" I was like, "No, but I did have an ex that pulled a knife on me," and she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's the thing that happened," and she's all like, "So wait, you said no, she wasn't toxic, like, but she pulled a knife on you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, that's just who she was."
That's
And,
part of her
and then she's
personality.
Yeah, that's
And she was
The
like,
knife was a
"How
reflection
do
of
you-"
herself.
She was like, "How do you not see that as toxic?" I was like, "Okay, let me put it to you this way. I'm like a bull. I see a red flag and I just run towards it."
She's a fan
Yeah,
of
that's-
Scream.
he just likes
Yeah.
Ghostface, bro. Come on.
Girls like Ghostface, right? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
She was huge into the Scream movie franchise, so I mean, there's that.
The first one's
She was
good.
huge
I don't
into
know
horror.
anything else.
Yeah, she was huge into healing crystals and auras, and honestly, this was just like an amalgamation of red flags.
That's a lot of red right there.
There's nothing but red.
This is like bloody red.
It's like the freaking Shining. All that blood just in red just coming out, and you're like, yes.
Yeah. So, like, that being said, like, it's look, I'm just absolutely terrible at like just being in danger because I'll start being funny and it's not funny. It's like I have like Spider-Man syndrome where I'll just start making jokes, but the difference is I don't have superpowers and I can't fight. So
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. But anything else you guys want to add to this Christmas episode? This train wreck, this drifting train wreck, Polar Express train wreck of a Christmas episode.
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
May you all have a great holiday, whatever you celebrate, either with your loved ones or alone. You still have us here. Leave a comment, subscribe, and Toxicus, leave a message for Bar.
Okay, Gamma, if you had stopped just
Make
like a
them
second
ho,
earlier,
ho,
that was the
ho.
sweetest
No,
thing I'd
that's
ever
good.
heard.
That's great.
It was going so well. I was like, oh, look at Gamma bringing us back to the spirit of the thing. Okay, anyone else?
Marketing strats. Okay, if you agree that Bard thinks red flags are the way to go, then yeah, hit that 2,000 likes.
Yeah, we're just trying to get to 2,000 likes before the new year, guys. So if you think Bart is a furry or loves red flags or is into toxic women or is into tall dommy mommies, just leave us a like if we
You
reach
need to
2,000
air out your
likes.
laundry like that, dude.
Well, these are all the things we've discussed on past episodes.
Yeah, but you put them all in one space. You gotta let them find it themselves. You know, little nugget here, little nugget there.
So yeah, like this is, you know what, end of year. I don't want any more mysteries. So, you know, like if you happen to think that any of these are true, leave a like. If we reach 2,000 likes, I will admit to
That's just the way the
any
cookie
one of
crumbles,
them.
man. You can't.
I guess.
We'll start
I
a
don't-
TikTok.
We'll start a TikTok and
Each video
Yeah,
will
and
just be a
that-
smash or pass with Bard staring at a screen for 5 seconds.
It's just entirety of the Smasher Pass of just toxic woman.
just toxic women, like toxic women. And you know what? That's a great idea for an episode. Like, hey, get us to 2,000 likes and we'll do the smasher pass all toxic women. Like we'll discuss Azula. We'll discuss like Blackfire. You just a laundry list of the worst possible people for you. Princess Bubblegum. Let's go.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
Harley Quinn. In all fairness, I do happen to. I would say probably smash on Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is great.
I'm pretty sure your smash is for
I mean,
all
come
4 of
on.
those so far.
I would probably all, yes.
I mean, you don't even need to do the whole video. We know you're going to say yes to all of them.
All right, bye everybody.
Until
happy
next time.
holidays.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Kwanzaa.
Merry Kwanzaa. Whatever you celebrate.
Happy, whatever
from,
you celebrate.
Yeah, whatever you celebrate from us here at the Battle Phase to you at your homes. Can't wait to see you next year. Until next time, adios.
And now we start the
Bye.
Christmas Carol,
We did.
everybody, on 3.
One,
We wish you a
two.
Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry
Wish you
Christmas.
a Merry Christmas.